Isn't it weird to think that at one point we didn't exist? Not us as in you and me. Well, yes, us, but humans in general. At one point, humans were not a thing. Some people believe that it was God or more than one God that created humanity. Others believe that we evolved and took several forms over the years until we reached what we are today. To each his own, I'm not here to talk about science or religion, but the question that I've been dying to find out is, what is the meaning of our lives? Let's talk about the Earth first. Without humans, the Earth would actually be a lot better than it is now, unless some serious changes happened all over the world. Quarantine was actually a good start. We got to see what nature would be like if humans were to respect nature and not muck it up. Clearly, our reason for being is not to be the Earth's caretakers. And if it is, we are failing miserably. So, the answer lies a little smaller scale. Let's narrow it down to just animals. Humans, gorillas, zebras, you name it. Well, to be honest with you, the food chain as it is right now would actually be kind of okay with us being gone. Smaller scale then, nations. What do humans do for the countries themselves? Well, we build giant governments and argue about different political things. How can we help the needy or make the rich pay their fair share? Or even make the rich wealthier in some circumstances? Well, maybe if we analyze the drive for people to form governments, then we might get somewhere. The way I see it, there are two reasons to join politics: to gain something for yourself or to help the people of the country. Despite these two being what seems like polar opposites, they have a very similar theme. Why do we hunt, kill, and eat animals? Why do we destroy nature to build ourselves lavish government buildings and luxury apartments? Why do we look to get into politics? Easy. To survive and have power. Some of you may ask, is to survive and have power the meaning of life? Well, that's what it's in our nature to do. If you look at animals all over the world, there are oftentimes a hierarchy, and I think they all want to survive, whether it be the survival of their race or their own personal survival. I'll be happy to get into specifics in another video. This one is meant for my more general overview of the meaning of life. So, while our natural instinctive purpose is to grab power and survive, that can't be the meaning of our lives. And I would be inclined to agree with you. Something that I haven't touched on in this video is the subjective nature of the question itself. Everyone in the world is unique and has a unique circumstance. They see the world through their eyes. While some of us have common goals, interests, or experiences, you still have your own spin on the same thing. There's a story that I remember about blind men and an elephant. It goes like 4 blind men went to see an elephant. One who touched its leg said the elephant is like a pillar. The second, who touched its trunk, said the elephant is like a thick club. The third touched the belly and thought it was like a big jar. The fourth, who felt the ears, concluded that the elephant was like a winnowing fan. They all began to argue with one another. You see, they genuinely believe that the elephant was like what they touched because they each have their own point of view. Much like the meaning of life, this is very subjective. So, where am I going with all this? I believe that the meaning of life is whatever you want the meaning of your life to be. If you got mugged, then maybe you choose to be a cop, and your meaning in life is to cut down the crime in your town. If you witness the grotesque way that they butcher animals, then perhaps being a vegan activist is your meaning. The point in overanalyzing this is to come to the conclusion that you shouldn't feel despaired, looking for some innate happiness and purpose. Look for what makes you happy, provided it doesn't hinder yourself or others, and make that your purpose in life. For instance, some people love gaming, and they're stuck at a junk job barely paying the bills. Well, I can tell you to pursue your dreams. It may seem years away, but think about it. The time is going to pass anyway. Where do you want to be in 2 years? Playing games for a living or being stuck in the same situation you were in? I believe Chris Pratt said the same thing. The world is unbelievable, And if you put your work in the right places, then you'll achieve your dreams. So, there you have it. My thoughts on the meaning of life. If you disagree or would like to discuss more, please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear all of your thoughts on the matter. If you enjoyed this video and would like to hear my thoughts on some other topics, then please subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and don't forget to think deep and be happy.